Yeah, hi everyone. I think it's always worth a very quick recap on what Goldfields is all about for anyone who might be new to the project. It's located in northern Saskatchewan, which is a great mining jurisdiction, and for a far northern project, it has some significant infrastructure advantages. It's got direct road access from the town of Uranium City. There is a government-maintained ice road put in winter that provides access to the southern Saskatchewan road network, barge access in summer over Lake Athabasca, and there's a power line directly to site that could be refurbished to take advantage of three SaskPower hydroelectric stations that are located to the west. In terms of the resource, a substantial portion of the resources are at a high confidence indicated level already, and we're able to compare the resource estimate with historical underground mining, and that reconciliation provides a lot of comfort for how reliable the resource estimate actually is. This is a scenario for easy open pit mining with a favorably low strip ratio and a simple whole ore leach mill with a very high recovery percentage. The project is also endowed with an approved EIS from 2008 for an open pit mine and a mill at Box. So this comes with a load of existing baseline environmental data that we can leverage off of. And very important to us, we've worked really hard on maintaining strong relations with the local communities, and we do have an exploration agreement in place that effectively provides consent, of course, subject to the agreed upon conditions for all exploration and development work up to the completion of a feasibility study. Next slide. So on the back of all of that, we completed a PEA for the project at the end of 2022, generating some pretty compelling economics. At the more relevant upside price model of $1,950 per ounce, the after-tax NPV was up at $459 million, based on a relatively low capex of $234 million. Production of over 1,000 ounces or 100,000 ounces per year and a mine life of 8.3 years. Next slide. So moving the clock forward, that's a bit of a summary of the project. Moving the clock forward to where we now sit at a gold price of over $3,000 per ounce. This is obviously good news, and simply updating the PEA for a higher gold price would improve the economics, but it also introduces some complexity and some questions on scoping, because at a higher gold price, you can now potentially pull additional deeper resources at Box into the mine plan. And there's also scope to push the Athona pit a little wider and to expand to the south. So in both cases, you can include resources into the mine plan that the 2022 PEA didn't consider. And if you look on the right, you can clearly see the 2022 pit shells in black relative to the grade models. So there is obviously scope to expand and pull additional resources into the plan. And if we do this, increasing the resource footprint, it snowballs on throughout the project, as you need to ensure that the tailings facility, the waste rock storage, the ore stockpiles, that all of the project infrastructure can handle this extra material, and of course redesign and rescope as necessary. Another thing is that we also recently had Fuse Advisors. They're a consulting group based in Vancouver. They ran a scoping study on the project for us, looking at optimizing the economics and the permitting timeline, of course. And we're planning to build in a couple of scope changes around this and their recommendations there. So this overall updated PEA is not just plugging in the new gold price. It's an opportunity to cost effectively look at all of these and see what the best project in this current gold environment looks like, and set the stage for a future pre-feasibility or full feasibility study. And the PEA is being run by Osenko, who's the same company who did it in 2022. So they have all the data and are well set up on to run the updated gold price and work through all of these scenarios. Next slide. We also thought it would be worth including a brief recap of the potential resource expansion and exploration potential at Goldfields. We have some great grades down dip of Box beyond the extents of the currently constrained mineral resources. We would really like to get some more drill coverage down there to confirm grade continuity between those intercepts, because that could support possible studies of underground mining potential. There are also still some fairly wide gaps in coverage down dip of Box, particularly on the northeast side, and we would obviously like to put some more exploration-oriented holes into that area to ensure we're not missing anything significant down dip of Box. Moving across to Athona, there is scope to extend the mineral resources to the west. There's a smaller west mine granite that needs a bit more infill drilling. The coverage there is not enough to convert to resources at this point, but that body crops out at surface, and it actually partially overlaps with the 2022 PEA pit extent. So that's an obvious place to add some incremental resources to the plan. On the exploration side, we do have some very compelling grades in some of the smaller occurrences at the project. We're very keen to do some along strike drilling at Golden Pond. They didn't properly test the structural orientation of that mineralized structure there. That gave us grades up to 16 grams a ton over 13 meters, and it's open to the northwest. So there's definitely some more work to do there. There are also some particular intercepts at Frontier. So Frontier is a hematized mine granite, visually very similar to Box. It's definitely significantly smaller, but it does look a lot in terms of morphology and visual presentation to Box. There's some drill intercepts there that were very compelling, but because of the limited overall size of the body, and it was being run as an individual project there, it wasn't combined with Box and Eartherner at the time. It was something that was walked away from at the time, but there's a clear opportunity there for a smaller number of short drill holes that could potentially define areas of interest to add in some more incremental project ounces. Obviously, any exploration drilling we do would be subject to additional financing, but it is something that we could look at doing alongside the small amount of additional drilling we would need to do to support higher confidence studies on the geotechnical, geochemical, and metallurgical side of things at Box when moving towards a pre-feas or a feasibility. I'll hand back over to Del now.